doing? It's Friday, end of the day, end of the week. Oh, Jennifer, you're gonna join us. And I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this workout, but we're gonna get started. We're gonna make the best of it. Let's start arms up, fingertips up, arm circles. Going 20 forward. And then 20 backwards. And then fingertips down and going big circles here. We're gonna do 15 backwards and 15 forward today. Make sure our shoulders and arms are nice and warm. And then we'll reverse. Then we'll alternate back and forth 10 times. Feel yesterday's lifting session. And then both hands back to front. 10 times here. We're gonna go side to side 10 times. So we're gonna start with the shoulders, and then when we end our warm up, we're gonna end with the shoulders so the shoulders are ready to go. All right, so get those feet right up underneath your hips. Take a nice deep breath in, reach up, right hand grab the left wrist, pull to the right side. Reach up nice and tall, go to the other side. Reach up nice and tall. Then we're gonna come up on those toes and back on the heels. 10 times here. And then we're gonna forward fold all the way down. Cross those arms, let your head and shoulders hang heavy. Take about 5 deep breaths into the small part or the mid part of your back. And then big exhale. And come all the way back up. Right hand grab the left wrist, pull to the right side. Reach to the other side and pull to the other side. Okay, now we're gonna do some ankle rotations. So we're just loosening the ankles up here. Go 10 one direction. 10 the other direction. Try to make big circles. Don't just let that foot go back and forth side to side like this. Try to draw big circles with your toe. And then go to the other leg. And then go that back. All right. And then back to those calf raises, come up on the toes, back onto the heels, 10 more times. All right, take a nice deep breath in. Forward fold all the way down, cross the arms, and we're gonna do ragdoll here 20 times. So get the elbows outside the knees, sway side to side. All right, now we're gonna drop those hands to the ground, and we're gonna come down into tabletop. All right, tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're gonna start off with cat-cows. All right, so take a nice deep breath in, chest comes up, pressing the hands into the ground, hips go back. Big exhale, press the hands into the ground, tuck the hips underneath, get as much height out of the spine as possible. And then back to cow. We're gonna do 5 reps, okay? So back to cat, back to cow, cat, cow. We got 2 more. Cat, cow. One more time. All right, now we're gonna have bird dogs. All right, so take that right arm, reach it straight out in front of you, not out to the side, straight out in front of you. The shoulder or bicep is up next to the ear. Drive your left heel straight back, find your balance. And then bring your elbow and knee together, crunch them together. All right, we're gonna hold here for about 5 to 7 seconds till you feel some heat generate. And then we're gonna extend all the way out nice and slow. And then we're gonna do 5 reps here where we bring the elbow together, pinch and hold, and then extend for 5. Bring the elbow and knee together, pinch it and crunch it together and hold, and then extend. And come back to tabletop. That left arm goes out in front, drive the right heel back. Hold it there, make sure your hips are squared to the ground. Find your balance, bring that knee and elbow together nice and slow. Hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds. And we're not just holding the elbow and knee together, we're pushing them together, creating some heat and tension. Extend all the way out. Now we have 5 reps where we bring the elbow and knee together, press and hold, and then release. Press and hold, and release. Press and hold. Press and hold. One more time. All right, now we're gonna flip over onto our backs. Take care of our hamstrings, thoracic spine. So we have single leg raise, hands are out to the side, feet are together, toes are flexed back, pointed up towards the ceiling. Both legs are straight, quads are flexed. Bring that right leg all the way up, set it down 10 times. And then to the other side, keeping both legs straight as possible. Both quads are flexed, both toes are pulled back. And now we're going to do iron crosses side to side. All right, so take that right foot all the way up to the other side. And we're going to do 10, 12, or 14 reps. So if your back feels really tight, do a couple extra reps here. And then when we're done, we're going to bring our heels in towards our butt. And we're going to do 5 single leg hip bridges on your left leg, 5 single leg hip bridges on your right leg, and then 10 regular glute bridges. All right, to finish it up here. So extend that right leg out, and it should go out in front of you, not up in the air like this. So we're not punching our heel up. We're keeping that leg on the same plane as the other leg for 5 reps. And then go ahead and switch to the other side for 5 reps. And then both feet on the ground for 10 reps. All right, and then we're going to roll over onto our stomachs. Take those hands right up underneath the shoulder blade or the armpits. Press up into plank and hold. We're gonna hold for about 15-20 seconds here. Then we're going to shift over into side plank on our left hand. Stack the feet. Gracefully take yourself back to plank on your hands. And then we're going to shift to side plank on your right side. So 5 more seconds here. Come back to plank on your hands. And then walk it down to your elbows and hold. And then we're going to get a side plank on our left elbow, sorry. And we're going to do 5 rotations here. So reach under and up. And then come back to plank on your elbows. Then we'll go side plank on the right side and hold. And then 5 rotations. Then back to plank on your elbows. And then we're going to walk it up to our hands. And then press back into downward dog. Pedal those heels out. About 10 to 12 times here. Then come way up on the toes. Drive the heels down. As you drive the heels down, drive your chest towards your toes. We got 5 reps here. Now we're going to float the right heel up, swing it through to that runner's lunge. Reach up to the right, bring that hand down, reach up to the left, straighten that front leg, lift the toe. And we have 2 more. We'll reach up to the right, reach up to the left, Straighten that leg with the toe. One more. And when you're done there, plant those hands to the ground. Slide back into plank. Back to downward dog. Flip the left heel up. Swing it through. Runner's lunge. And we got 3 on this side. So reach up to the left. Come down. Reach up to the right. Down. Straighten the leg with the toe. Reach up to the left. To the right. Straighten the leg with the toe. To the right, left. To the right. Straighten the leg with the toe. Slide that foot back into plank. And you're gonna slowly lower yourself to the ground. All right, so hips stay on the ground, toes stay on the ground, forehead is on the ground. And we're gonna go I, Y, T, W, and A's, all right? So when we're in our A position here, I want you to swing those arms way out to the side and swim it back up this way and not this way, okay? All right, hands are overhead, glutes are engaged. Lift those hands off the ground, thumbs up towards the ceiling, hands out into a Y, into a T, into a W, into an A, swim it all the way up, into an I, and then to a Y, a T, a W, and an A, swim it up, Y, T, W, A. You got 3 more. Swim it up. Y, T, W, A. 2 more. Swim it up. I, then Y, then T, then W, then A. Last one. Swim it up. T, or Y, sorry, T, W, A. Bring those hands underneath your armpits, tuck your toes, press up into a plank, back into downward dog, and we're going to walk our feet to our hands, grab the front of the shoes, drop your butt down, chest is up, into our gorilla squat. We're gonna do 5 gorilla squats here. So straighten those legs out, drop your chest, and then back down. Straighten the legs, drop your chest, back down, straighten and drop. Got 1 more here, and we're gonna stay on the bottom of that squat. Straighten the leg, drop the chest and head. Now we're back into the bottom of our squat. And I'll flip around this way. Right hand to the ground, reach up. Left hand to the ground, reach up. And then stand. And we have 5 reps here. We want to keep those heels on the ground. All right, so squat down. Right hand to the ground, reach up. Left hand, reach up. And then stand. And stand. All right? And now we have some knee to chest pulls here. Anywhere from 10 to 20, depending on how tight your hamstrings and glutes might feel. I know some of you have been with us for a while. You're like, Seems like a really long warm-up. What the heck is our workout gonna be? Well, we're getting ready to drop that bomb on you soon. And then quad stretch. Bring those knees together, stand up nice and tall, squeeze your butt, and then go to the other side. 10 to 20 times, depending on how tight you are. And then when you feel like you somewhat loose and not so tight anymore, go ahead and shake that out a little bit. So our workout today, we really have one main goal. It's our conditioning piece. We're doing an EMOM. If you're at home, by yourself, or even with someone, you're doing an EMOM where we do 15 squat throws the first minute, and then we're gonna do rest to the top of the minute, however much time's left. Then you're going to do 10 burpees the second minute, rest to the top of the minute. And then on the third minute, you're gonna take the minute entirely off. So you get a minute break in there. So we're working for 30 to 45 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds, and then you get a minute break. And we're gonna do that for 10 rounds. Okay? Now, if you haven't been working out and you're trying one of these workouts for the first time, or that sounds like a lot of volume for you, meaning a lot of reps throughout the time of the workout, there's two scaling options as far as reps go. We start at 15. The first scaling option would be reduce it to 12. Okay? Then the next scaling option would be reduce it to 9. So if you do your first set of 15 and you're like, nope, that's way too much, reduce it to 12. If it's still too much, reduce it to 9, but keep it within those rep schemes, okay? That way you get the work and stimulus that we're looking to get in for the workout today. The next one is on your burpees. If 10 is taking you 40 seconds or more to get in, reduce it to 8. If it's still taking you close to 40 seconds, reduce it to 6. So your squat throws, it's 15, 12, and 9. Your burpees start at 10, you reduce it down to 8, and then 6, and try to stay at 6. We don't want to reduce it too much more than that, all right? Because you have an entire minute that you're taking off there, all right? And then we'll do 10 rounds there, all right? So if you're doing the math, at the 29-minute mark, our workout's done, okay? There is accessory work afterwards, and I'll go over it, but we probably won't have the energy to do that accessory work, but it's there just in case you want to do it sometime throughout the day or 15, 20 minutes after the workout's over, all right? So, what is a squat throw? You're gonna have a slam ball or a wall ball. Now, if you only have dumbbells or torpedo weights or a barbell, then you want to keep it as light as possible, and you can do thrusters, squat and press, okay? But squat throws are going to be here. We squat all the way down. We let go of the ball, catch it. All right? Same thing with the med ball here. Keep the ball in front of your face, squat all the way down, throw it up, catch it. All right? If you're doing this on your own somewhere, you have a wall that you want to throw the ball up against, you can do that. And before we get started, if you're like, that sounds like a lot mentally for me to wrap my head around, and you're working out with someone, and I'm talking to people on Zoom and people that are watching this for the first time, you can partner up, have a designated run, right? So if I was partnered up with someone, I would do that designated run and come back. I would do 15 wall balls, 10 burpees, and then my partner would do that designated run, 15 wall balls, 10 burpees while I rested. Okay, and you would just do that interval for 4, 5, or 6 rounds. All right, so you got built-in rest in there. It won't be too much volume, and you'll still have a 30-ish minute workout. Okay, so that's an option if you guys want to play around with it. All right, so 1 second, let me get the remote. There we go. Morning, Madison. I'm stalling because I know what it's gonna be like, so. It's gonna be amazing. All right, so remember, we're doing our 15, 12, or 9 squat throws, then we're resting to the top of the minute. All right, and we'll all be going starting together. Then we have 10, 8, or 6 burpees the next minute, and then we're taking an entire minute off before we go again, all right? All right, I know, it seems like I'm being generous with that rest, doesn't it? 10 seconds. Two, one, go. When you're done, rest. On our burpees, we have 10. We're going in 10 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. And then rest. We'll have the rest of this minute and the next minute to recover. And that's one round. Still got a minute before we go. We have about 30 seconds here. Back to our 15 squat throws or your modification. Or your version of squat throw or thruster. Going in 10 seconds here. Here we go. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. "15 seconds. We have our burpees. Scale your reps as needed so that you get at least 20 seconds of rest, minimum. And go. then rest after you finish your burpees. All right, I'll be back later. Okay. See you guys. You can do them on your knees. You don't have to be on your toes. So 1 minute here. Go. When you're done, rest. On our burpees, we have 10. We're going in 10 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. And then rest. We'll have the rest of this minute and the next minute to recover. And that's one round. Still got a minute before we go. We have about 30 seconds here. Back to our 15 squat throws or your modification. Or your version of squat throw or thruster. Going in 10 seconds here. Here we go. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. 15 seconds. We have our burpees. Scale your reps as needed so that you get at least 20 seconds of rest, minimum. And go. And then rest after you finish your burpees.
Alright, I'll be back later.
Okay.
See you, Madison.
Bye. And I'm scared to get on my toes to do that. I'm gonna die.
You can do them on your knees. You don't have to be on your toes.
Okay. I'm gonna try.
So 1 minute here. Three, two, one, and go. Fifteen seconds. Three, two, one, and go. Burpees. And then you rest. Focus on your recovery. Focus on your breathing. And we're into our minute of extra rest. 2, 1, and go. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, 1, and go. Burpees. And then you rest. Focus on your recovery. Focus on your breathing. And we're into our minute of extra rest. Against the wall. Like the brick wall over there. Beginning to feel a lot like a workout. We are 6 rounds down. We're 7 rounds, going into 7 rounds. We only have 4 left. Backside of the workout. Mentally strong here. Think about what you have left and all you've already done. You'll get through it. 10 seconds. Going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Rest to the top of the minute. Going back to our burpees. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Rest when you're done. You might want to use a medicine ball. It'll bounce a little bit better. Here's our additional minute. Only a few more rounds to go. Seconds here. You guys remember those scaling options. 15 squat throws or 12 squat throws or 9. When you get into your burpees, it's either 10, 8, or 6. You want to be working for 30 to 40 seconds, even at the end here. We're going in 10 seconds. Get ready with that ball. 3, 2, 1, and go. This is number 8. Woo. 15 seconds, we have our burpees. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Rest when you're done. And here's our additional minute of rest. We got about 30 seconds here. We're into our next round. Dead. Chest and triceps. All right, we got 15 seconds here. Going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops. Hands are a little sweaty. "15 seconds, we have burpees. Three, two, one, go. Rest when you're done. We have one more round to go. Whew. Into our extra minute of rest. We have 30 seconds. One more set of squat throws, one more set of burpees, and your day's done. Challenge yourself on this last set. Can you get 15 squat throws? Can you get all 10 burpees? You don't have to do anything after this, except for maybe go to sleep, eat some food. Going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Woo. Done with squat throws. Make this your fastest set of burpees so you're done. Push yourself here at the end, 15 seconds. Can you pick it up and go faster with good form when it matters? Right at the end. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes. You have 30 seconds to finish those burpees. So simple, yet so difficult. So simple, so efficient. So simple, such great results. And rest. All right, while our heart rate's still up, let's start with that upper body and then we'll go to the quads. Right arm across the front, pull the shoulders down and away from the ears and face. Take care of those shoulders. And take that hand in the front, put it between the shoulder blades. pull back. If you did the lifting session with this yesterday, it's gonna feel really good. If you didn't do the lifting session with us yesterday, you might wanna get on that. We have a lot of fun. Straighten that arm out, grab below or above the elbow into the tricep, pull to the side. So now we get the upper part of the tricep into the lat, drop that outside arm out. Now we get lower into the QL. And come up, other side. Now going through this, if you feel really, really tight in a certain stretch, when we get done with everything, go back to that stretch and take care of that spot in the body so you don't regret it later. Take that front hand between the shoulder blades, pull back. And then extend that arm up, reach above the elbow into the tricep, pull to the side, hold there for a few seconds, and then drop that outside hand, lean a little bit more. Make sure to keep that chest opened up to the front of the room. All right, so there's a couple different stretches we can do here for the quad and the hip flexors. The simplest one, hold on to something. Left hand, grab the left foot, bring your knees together, stand up nice and tall. And if you see, I'm standing up tall, but I'm not active. If I squeeze my butt and bring my hips forward and bring my knees together, now you'll feel a deeper stretch in the hip flexors and the quad. And there's two things you can do here. You can hold that stretch, or you can relax and then make it active and squeeze. And then relax and then squeeze 10 to 15 times. And then when you're done there, you'll go to the other side. I like to do a combination of both. I'll hold for about 10 to 15 seconds in that static, and then I'll end with a little P and F work, where I squeeze my butt, bring my hips forward. The other stretch we can do here is you'll come down into a lizard lunge here, with the back knee's on the ground, but it's behind the hip. The front knee is over or slightly behind the ankle. Whatever knee's on the ground, you reach up with that. So if my left knee's on the ground, I'm gonna reach up with the left hand. I'm gonna lean back just a little bit with my thumb and drive that front knee forward and then squeeze my butt. And then I'm gonna relax and then drive that front knee forward and then squeeze my butt as I sink my hips down, right? 5 to 10 reps here, depending on how tight you feel. You don't want to overdo it. You can always come back to it, and then you'll switch and go to the other side. And then of course, if you felt your shoulders, upper back, mid back, or low back tighten up during those squat throws or burpees, we'll end this with pigeon. All right, so one foot is up across the front in between our hands, the other leg is back. Start in this upright position here, and then keep your back as flat as possible, slowly coming down to your elbows, and then eventually working your forehead to the ground, arms out, stretch out overhead above you. There will be accessory work on the description. Like I said, I mean, this is, you want a long warm up on here to make sure everything's ready to go, so you can give it your 100% in the workout. And you can always go to the description at the bottom, and I will have the demo of the exercises on Instagram, so you'll be able to see them there. And then when you don't feel that stretch anymore, or it starts to subside and go away, come back to tabletop, slide that back foot out, slide the other foot up between your hands. Start in that up position, back is flat, walk those elbows to the ground, and if you can make your forehead to the ground, make that forehead to the ground and hold that stretch. Anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half to 2 minutes, depending on how tight you are. One side you might hold for a minute, the other side you might have to hold for 3 minutes. Just depends. And then when you're done, you'll walk it back up, slide back into tabletop. And then as always with anything that has pushing or pulling, we finish with a few arm flings side to side here, just to loosen up that chest and shoulder complex. And then end with a cheesy